Hey, Leo, intuitive soul coach here with your June 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, I'm getting here an energy of I will not let the past define me. I'm hearing, I will not let the past define me. So some of you have been hung up on something of the past. And I feel that this full moon in Sagittarius on the 3rd or 4th, depending on your location of June, may have ushered in a brand new sense of optimism. Full moons are all about release. And I do feel here for you that there was something that you've been holding on to for, it could be 10 days, 10 months, or 10 years or longer, that you're finally ready to let go of. There it is. Leave the past behind so you can move forward and take inspired action. I love those synchronicities here. So be proud of yourself. That's what's showing up. Be proud of yourself because you've come a long way. So whatever has defined you in the past, Leo, I feel like you're finally putting it to rest is what I'm feeling. I also get that some of you may be working really hard, or you have, on working through some insecurities and feelings of low self-worth, solar plexus chakra. Now, this full moon in Sagittarius, that was a watermelon moon. It can bring in feelings around even the liver, so detoxification. It can be sacral chakra energy. So a lot of you may be detoxing from, it could be certain people around you, relationships that feel one-sided. It could be you setting up healthier boundaries, because I am getting 7 of Wands energy as well. 7 of Wands. Some of you may be thinking things through, but what you don't see coming here is a lot more positivity, right? And that's what we just talked about. Sagittarius, focusing on optimism and positivity is going to help you actually work through some deep-seated emotion. So I like where this is going here. Let's see what we have. We'll clarify with the tarot, and then at the end, we'll pull a crystal spirit message and see which gemstone you can work with to help you move forward. All right, so we're going to start with, we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, another Capricorn, which can be that devil energy. And you also have Sag and Aries. Now, you may have these placements in your chart. You may be dealing with others who have these placements in their chart, or you're just embodying the energy. So we're going to start with this Capricorn energy of leaving the past behind, right? Leaving whatever this is. Let's pull a card to clarify, because I feel a lot of you, again, this is something you've been working on for quite some time. And sometimes it takes a long time to heal, to recover, to learn lessons, to have the human experience that our soul chose to have. There is no timeline, right? It's not like we are on the other side preparing to come to Earth and we say, okay, we want to have this human experience of maybe building a business. But we say, I have to build a business in 1 year. That's the set number. No, that's the beauty of free will. So we choose to have the human experience of having a business or becoming an entrepreneur. But when we get down to earth here, we don't necessarily know what that process looks like, right? But we have free will to deal with it. And look at that big chunk of cards. So this is a message, clear as day to me, that some of you may have been trying to rush some sort of healing, or it's felt like you were taking a lifetime to learn something that you've been hanging on to, or you've had to learn some deep soul lessons, or you've had to go through, is finally coming to an end. Because look at this. You have the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords shows up after the 3 of Swords. Can be a Tower moment as well. Heartache, heartbreak, loss, grief. These things don't just go away overnight, right? Sometimes it takes 40 years to get into a belief pattern or system, and it can take some time to upgrade your thinking and reprogram. There's that 7 of Wands that we were just picking up on. That is defense mode on, right? It's all the walls going up to the chin. That is about you not letting anyone come through. But now you're saying to yourself, you know, I love being independent, right? Regardless of relationship status, this is about you being in that bubble and not letting other people come burst that bubble, because you want to attract relationships, soulmates, friendships that are in your highest good with the Two of Cups, right? This is important partnerships. It's all about the law of attraction. And you finally healed the past trauma. You weren't willing to let love in the past, but I feel like there is this momentum building where you're opening yourself up a little bit more. So be proud of yourself, right? You've come a long way. And there's that timing factor. So I love that the cards are playing directly into what's happening here. And temperance can be extremes in our behaviors. It can be tempers, extremes in the way we eat, the way we drink, the way we spend. But we need to kind of moderate, learn how to compromise, learn how to self-control. And that can be difficult having a human experience, right? Because sometimes we want to indulge in those pleasures, right? Eat the whole box of Oreos. It can be about drinking that whole bottle of wine. But a lot of you are finding ways to bring balance into your world. And this is a really powerful time for you, Leo. Now you also have the Lovers. Some of you have been single for quite some time. For others of you, you are widowed. You've been through a major heartache, a major loss. But the Lovers is Gemini energy here. And Leo, when this shows up, this is about you making choices from the heart and living in the light of unconditional love. Because it may have felt around you, whether it was parental, family, societal, could be friendships. It may have felt conditional, right? That's that devil's energy. And you have the Lovers here. So a major soul lesson that you've had to go through is loving the self unconditionally. So you can attract the type of partnerships that you seek, right? The things that you want with that law of attraction. Now, Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups can be about feeling overwhelmed. So many options, not necessarily knowing what choice is the right one for you. It can be a little bit indecisive, going back and forth. And because of that overwhelming feeling, it tends to shut you down. The Hermit energy, right? You may say, well, there's too many options out there. Some are good, some are bad, some aren't vibing with my energy, some are breaking my heart along the way. I'm just going to kind of stay up here and cloud nine for myself. But that's not the best solution. It is for a time being in order to heal, but we are socially driven creatures. We want to connect. We want to feel a sense of belonging. We want partnerships. Now, some of you Leos, you may be saying, nope, I'm okay being the Hermit. I'm okay. And that's fine too. If you are comfortable in that energy, then you don't need to change a thing. But Spirit is saying here, there's a higher level of commitment coming in for you, or you are in a relationship that is calling for you to learn some major soul lessons with this Hierophant. This is about divine guidance. It is about you learning, you teaching, you taking a look at any beliefs, morals, traditions, and building your own or breaking ones that no longer serve you, breaking old habits, breaking free from traditions that no longer serve you, right? Old ways of thinking that limit you. Because look at him. He is just in his happy place here. He is sitting at the bottom of the steps. He knows that he's ascending and he's finally reached that portal. And that's what I feel is happening here for you, Leo. You've reached this level of ascension and now you're able to move on from whatever experience your soul chose to have that you've been maybe a little bit stuck in for quite some time. You've been carrying those heavy burdens, 10 of Wands, and it comes straight back to 4 of Swords. So really powerful energy. So that's what you're leaving behind. For some of you, this is 40 years worth of crud. It could be a relationship that broke your heart maybe when you were younger, right? It could have been a post-traumatic stress disorder that you've gone through because of some trauma in the past. For some of you, you've went to the extremes. Your emotions played that pendulum, right? And it swung from one end to the other. One day you were happy, one day you were not. But I do feel more balance coming in here with the Lovers. All right, let's take a look. We have below the Capricorn, you have double Capricorn showing up in this energy. And below it, it says, unleash your kindest self. Through all of the ups and downs, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? You've actually learned the lesson, which was unconditional love, right? It is to release judgments, release criticism, to not point fingers. You know, what's that saying about casting rocks, right? Don't throw the first stone unless you're willing to put it back on you. Yeah, you're coming to a place of more passion, more bliss. Knight of Wands, you've graduated. I sense that you're ready for a new adventure and you're brave enough to move forward here because this is a warrior. He's very instinctual. He's a leader. She or he gets things done quite quickly. And so I feel even though it's taken a long time to evolve and to learn something very valuable here, a lot of you are ready to travel. You're ready to move, I'm getting. Knight of Wands. You're ready to open up passionately towards another being. This Knight of Wands can also be, okay, adventurous. And that's what I feel this moon brought in, adventure. So some of you are planning a trip, or you're planning to open your heart up, or you're planning an adventurous new career path. This is really powerful. So this is about you unleashing that kind of self because you're breaking free from something that was limiting you, Leo. And that's what I'm getting. Be proud of yourself. You have this Taurian energy. Pat yourself on the back. You've come a long way. Not only are the people around you proud of you, and I feel like a lot of you are role models. Other people look up to you. I feel like those in the spirit world are very proud of you as well. One card came out here. Let's see. What do we need to know? Yeah, good job. You're leaving behind what no longer serves you. 10 of Swords. Yeah, it was painful. Yes, it was difficult, right? Some of you felt like you were maybe stabbed in the back. Some of you were betrayed by the people that just aren't supposed to betray you, right? But 10 of Swords is all about an ending, bringing in a new beginning. So around that new moon, I do feel like some of you are attracting or bringing in or calling in a new job, a promotion, friendships, better health. You're staying optimistic about your life moving forward because, again, there is a step here, a step up. So I like this. You're going to go deeper. You have this Scorpio energy, Leo. So I do feel like a lot of you are taking a deep dive in, but not because you want to sit and wallow in some sort of pain or misery, but you're taking a deep dive into what's not working. What's working for you? What's not? What can you hang on to? What can you release, right? It's almost like moving. When you go through some cupboards, right? You don't want to fill the new cupboards with stuff that's broken or chipped, or, you want to kind of clear out the clutter mentally, physically, emotionally. And that's what I feel you're doing here, because where you're going is someplace new and beautiful and happy. You don't want to bring anything chipped, battered, bruised, or wounded along with you, right? Because you've done the healing work. You've done the healing. What do we have? There's the card of healing, the star. The stars are aligning at this time to manifest your dreams, bring them down to reality here. I do feel with this star, and the star shows up after the tower, this energy promises hope, promises guidance, positivity, and peace. So whatever those dreams are for you, Leo, don't give up, right? Don't give up on them when the going gets tough. Don't give up on yourself. Pat yourself on the back for all that you've accomplished. All the challenges and setbacks that you've endured have led you to this point. Now you're able to open up that crown chakra. You're able to gain a new perspective. And we were talking about that with that new moon in Gemini, right? And that can actually affect the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the lungs, the throat. So the June 18th moon can bring in heartfelt conversations. It can bring tingliness in the hands. For those of you healers out there, pay attention. Now we also have the crown chakra activated here, and that's through ascension. So you may receive signs, symbols, messages from loved ones, from your higher self, from your guides, your angels. But this Hanged Man, it does feel at times, right, like you're a little bit stuck. There's a delay. But this is about gaining a new perspective on a situation where you felt tied to or tethered to, because there's that 10 of Wands and it's in reverse, which means you're leaving it behind. You're releasing it. You've taken on too many responsibilities. Now it's time to bring in others to lighten the load. Spiritually, physically, mentally, this is a brand new energy. I like this. All right, what else do we have here? We have that Scorpio energy of going deeper, which we just talked about. Now you have in the near future, taking inspired action, Virgo. So let's see what it is that you're going to take inspired action on. And I do sense, because right below it, underneath on a deeper soul level, you have this Gemini energy, which look what it is, new moon in Gemini. That's that new moon on the 18th. There's something you're going to think through. But after that point, I feel like you're taking action on. Okay, so something is coming to the surface because you've been going deeper. Not your mom, not your uncle, not your friends, not your, anyone else no one else is doing the work for you here. You've done this. And that's why you have here. Be proud of yourself, because sometimes people never go through the depths of their deep healing, and they feel that pain, or they feel that energy their whole time on earth. And sometimes that's what they come here to experience, is just to have that human experience, to not necessarily evolve into a form of higher spiritual ascension. Like a lot of you watching these channels and taking this spiritual path, sometimes that's your path, not theirs. And look at that. It landed right on inspired action. So let's see what this is all about. Getting out of your head, double fives. Oh, I love this. Look at that. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands equals tens. A 10 brings in ending, bringing in a new beginning. There's something that's been mentally constricting some of you. Headaches, right? It's that hanged man. You felt like you were stuck in limbo, trying to climb the ladder or climb to the top, but every time you climb, it feels like you're taking a misstep and you fall flat on your back here with the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands can be about overcoming competition, criticism, collaborating, and needing to work together, and understanding that, again, what we were just saying, everyone has their own soul's journey, their own path. That we don't have to be in that fight or flight energy at all times, that we don't have to constantly feel restricted, limited with the 5 of Swords. Some of you may have been dealing with a person who maybe they had a win at all costs mentality. Maybe they needed to get the last word in, or maybe they admonished or took a little bit of a jab to that solar plexus, to that confidence, right? And I sense that some of you got discouraged, right? Maybe you were putting out a million applications or trying to build a business or looking for love. But I feel like it was, I don't want to say not the right time, but it was a lesson in looking back and pointing that finger at oneself for unconditional love. And I am getting here lesson complete, which I've been hearing a lot lately. So a lot of you are ascending and you've learned some very valuable lessons on your soul's journey. And that's why you have double fives equaling that 10. Because now you're going to take inspired action. You're not going to let your mental mind get the best of you. You're not going to let your mind talk you out of becoming a boss or becoming the best version of you that you can be. And yes, you may have felt like you were at the low of low, right? You've hit rock bottom is what I sense for some of you Leos. You have hit rock bottom, but guess what? You're climbing to the top here, and you can see that he's reaching for his sun, and he's saying no more, right? No more. If you see in the background here, you can see this person, he's climbed that mountain, but there's blood's been shed here, blood, sweat, and tears. He's overcome a lot to get to that milestone, and I feel like you've overcome a lot to get there as well. So what you don't see coming, what do we have over here? We have working through your feelings with this Aries energy, and we have focus on the positive, Sagittarian energy. So let's see what that's all about here. How can we help you focus more on the positive? Releasing mental conflict. This could be meditation, getting out in nature. For some of you, you need to get into your body, whether it is exercise, it can be yoga, hiking, it can be using your hands, because again, that June 18th new moon can govern the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Speak your world into being. Speak more kindly and compassionately towards yourself. There's the Chariot. I love it. Forward movement. So a lot of you Leos are making progress, and you're going to see it happening this month after a time of a long delay or carrying some burdens, right? This Chariot, it can be a move. For some of you, it's travel. For others of you, you may be getting a new vehicle or a home on wheels. I'm also sensing, because you have the black and white horse here, you're being divinely guided intuitively and logically. So what's happening is that mind of yours, your brilliant mind and your beautiful heart are collaborating. They're working together, which is what they are supposed to do, right? When we are in that energy of alignment, when we are listening to our hearts, but we're able to use our mind to help steer the boat here, or the carriage in this case, I feel like that's where the miracles lie. And that's what we're seeing taking shape. There's your new beginning. There's you taking a leap of faith, Leo. So something's coming in here that's going to allow you to have a fresh start, right? A new beginning, to embrace that unknown. There is spontaneity also. So there could be some form of spontaneous action being taken here. Yep, because you have both, again, the Five of Swords, Five of Wands. So something that may have felt very difficult, very challenging, it's almost as if it kind of melts away, right? Queen of Swords showing up. This is about you being logical at the same time as using your heart, but she's very clear on her direction. She knows what she needs to do and she gets there, right? She doesn't let anything teeter in the way. This Queen of Swords, when she's on a mission, she's on a mission. And I feel for a lot of you, this is about staying in that integrity, in that honesty, right? She's a truth seeker and she will go searching for the truth. And what happens is she finds it. Seven of Pentacles here. This can be making a pivoting along the way and saying, what do I need to do to get back on track? And a lot of you, maybe you took a little bit of a detour along the way. Maybe it was a 5-year-long detour, but pat yourself on the back, because here you are showing up for life, showing up for yourself every single day. And for those of you that have little people that you take care of, or big people, right? For those of you that are caregivers, or for those of you that tend to overextend yourself at times, this is time for you to get back on track, grow something, even though maybe you've taken a little bit of a rest. But I feel like you're pivoting and you're getting back on track, and you're coming together and celebrating with those that you love. Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is about celebrating because there could be news of a birth. Some of you are passing a test. There could be a reunion. Some of you are getting a new job. This could be a wedding that you go to, or some sort of party. But it is connecting with other kindred spirits. It is all about you coming together and feeling a part of a soul tribe. And that's really ultimately what brings us, it does bring us happiness, that soul tribe energy. We didn't come here on earth to be that soul survivor, right? It feels that way at times though, doesn't it? But the Three of Cups here is about you attracting the people that have your back. And you can see here the Big Dipper. But the beautiful thing about the Big Dipper, if you follow it up, there's your North Star. So a lot of you are seeking your truth and you're heading towards your true north here. And it's highlighted in front of you. You have clarity on which direction to go. So I'm liking this. And that's going to help you focus on the positive, Leo. It absolutely will. Let's make sure we have everything covered here. You're definitely leaving the past in the past, unleashing unconditional love. You're proud of yourself here. You're going deep, going within, doing the work. You've taken inspired action, but you've thought about it for a while. You've thought about how to build a business, how to open up to love, how to solidify relationships. Do I retire? Do I move? Right? All the questions that we ask ourselves. You're working through some of the feelings, and you're going to focus on the positive. So I like this. Give yourself a big hug, because you've come a long way, Leo. Now, last but not least, let's get a message from the crystal spirits. And this one came out right away for you. And I love this because we actually have one up close and personal. Your crystal is labradorite here. Labradorite, really beautiful. You can see all of the different colors. Hopefully you can see them, maybe not. But it has purplish and green and yellow and reds. This is a beautiful color. Now, some of you may have a birthday on the 29th. You may be a 2 life path, or in a 2 personal year, a 9, or even an 11. So let's take a look. Oh, and we turned right to the page. This is all about awakening to the magic within. It's about mystery and synchronicity, help from unexpected sources. As we go about our healing work, bringing love and light into the dark corners of our hearts and our lives, we can forget that alongside reason and logic is the very practical tool of magic. Do you think of magic that way, or did you buy into the notion that the healing toolbox contains only what can be defined, tested, predicted, and controlled by humans and their current technology? Labradorite spirit is here to tell you to believe in the mystery of how the universe finds ways to support us in healing what is broken, for its ways are magical. You are being called to make a conscious choice to acknowledge the reality invisible to the senses that make itself known through meaningful coincidences. Pay attention to the synchronicities bearing messages from the universe, which is eager to see you replace what you have lost and repair what has become frayed or broken. Listen to the part of you whispering that something small and seemingly insignificant has great importance, for it is speaking the truth of magical synchronicities. So when this comes to relationships, and this is interesting because we've talked about a little bit about what this is saying here for you, Leo. And when it does come to relationships, the message is to be open to magic synchronicities so that you release any old fears about love so you're able to open up fully to it. Look for the signs that you are loved, for they will reassure you that the universe is working with you to co-create the loving partnership you desire. Perhaps the relationship you're in has more potential than you think, or perhaps it's an important opportunity that will prepare you for the one that you truly deserve. Give up the need for certainty right now and instead leave room for magic and open yourself to the signs. You deserve that loving relationship you seek for yourself. So let the universe help you co-create it. Beautiful. Now, when it comes to wealth, money, abundance, logic, reason, and facts are important as you work to co-create the wealth that'll support you to live according to your purpose and feel your interconnectedness. Even so, do not overlook the role of magic in creating what you need. Synchronicities abound, and the meaningful coincidences that you strongly sense are guiding you to think differently, act differently, and reconsider what your mind told you as the indisputable truth. You are meant to prosper, Leo. And the universe is trying to help you enjoy a life free of fears about money and abundance. Messages are being sent your way to ensure you that you align with the affluence and see it manifesting before your eyes. I like this. Okay, this is a stone of magic, and it can really help you open up that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows. When you meditate with this stone, it can actually illuminate those darker aspects, right? It can help us focus on our strengths. Some of that shadow, some of the darkness can be our biggest ally once we shed light on those things. Labradorite protects the energy field, and it can be utilized in magical workings, shamanic journeys, and astral travel. So beautiful. Now, Leo, I do feel here for some of you as well, you're opening up to your spiritual gifts more so now. I feel like your intuition is going to feel more intense. So if your emotions are feeling a little bit more intense in the month of June, don't feel like you're going crazy, right? Unleash your kindest self. Let's see, where is it here? Right here. Work through your feelings, because some of you, you're going to feel quite intense. You may start picking up more so on the energy of others. You may start to enjoy new things or release things that you did once enjoy because you're shifting, you're evolving, and the only thing constant is change, right? So work through some of those feelings because your intuition is heightened. You're receiving signs and symbols and downloads sometimes faster than you can keep up with. So again, speak to other like-minded individuals. Connect with a healer, a shaman, a therapist, a holistic therapist I'm getting here as well. Some of you may be a coach or a holistic therapist I'm hearing. So Labradorite, I'm also getting the name here Debbie or Deborah. And I'm also getting here Jenkerson. Jenkerson, is that a last name? It could be a place, Jenkerson. Please take that as it resonates. All right, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. If you're vibing with the energy of this channel and you haven't already, please feel free to hit that subscribe and bell button. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. Lots of love.